Hey there, time for another West Texas Wild. Dr. Ray Matlack, West Texas A&M University, and we're going to talk about birds again today, aren't we?
Yeah, a lot of birds. You know, of course, over 400 species of birds in the Panhandle have been documented, so it's one of those things. It's pretty easy to find birds to talk about. The bird we're going to talk about today is one that, if you've seen it, you probably will remember it because they're a pretty striking bird, and they're aptly named. They're called Black Necked Stilts, and black necked, of course, for the black coloration going down the back of their neck, and stilts for those long, skinny legs. Now, in the video, they look kind of big, but these things aren't. They're pretty small, maybe like a dove with long legs. You know, one of our bigger doves, perhaps. But all legs, all skinny birds. But what's interesting about them is they don't take any guff when it comes to nesting time. I've seen them mobbing things like ravens and other birds when they're trying to get their nests, and boy, they make a ruckus and will fly down with those skinny little legs and actually hit the raven on the head and everything else. So we actually got this video up in Kansas, but these are birds that nest with us when we have water in our playas. They're definitely here during migration, so they stop in the Panhandle both on their way south and on their way back north. They migrate and spend the winter down in Mexico and Central America. So, but they kind of take their time with their migrations. So they'll fly a ways and stop for a while and feed, and then fly a ways and stop for a while and feed. And what they feed on are things like invertebrates. That's their primary food source. So maybe small fish and things like that, but primarily invertebrates. And these were in a marsh that were just loaded with invertebrates, especially mosquitoes, unfortunately. But
so typically you'd probably find these in this part of the country around a lot of the playa lakes.
Yeah, around the playas, and even in just a flooded roadside, flooded road ditch, flooded farm fields, things like that. So if we had the water that we have now a little earlier in the year, we'd probably have some around here nesting. We still may. I haven't seen many, but yeah, they'll stick around and nest in years that we have ample water.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Some more great information, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you. Great birds for sure.